Welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily. Today we're going to be flowing through a real mandala flow. We're going to be doing 360 circles around the mat. It's going to be a journey, creative, very flowy, and there will be an opportunity to find an arm balance, specifically flying pigeon, and possibly an arm balance transition. So it has options for advanced, but it is an intermediate style of practice. Definitely challenging, but always take it at your own pace. You can always modify to make it work for you. We don't need any props, except if you know, for example, in half moon, if you need a little bit of extra height for your hands, maybe grab a block, but otherwise you do not need any blocks, but you can always use them if you want to. All right, we're going to get started on our backs in constructive rest with the feet wide apart, the knees together. And just taking a moment here to close the eyes, to ground yourself. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose. And exhale through the mouth, let it go. And another deep breath in. And exhale to release. And let's breathe in and out through the nose, trying to draw the breath down into the lower belly. Maybe placing the right hand on your stomach, left hand on your chest so that you can feel the movement of the breath more. And what differentiates yoga from other workouts is that we really emphasize the breath. So the most important part of your practice is to be aware of the breath, to harmonize the movement with the breath, and to use the breath to get through uncomfortable situations and to make uncomfortable situations feel slightly more comfortable. So this is the time now in the beginning of the practice to establish a really strong foundation, a breathing pattern that works for you, a breathing rhythm that works for you. And we will bring both knees into the chest, and you can gently rock side to side. And then let's go ahead and cross the right ankle over the left knee for a figure four. Interlacing the hands around the back of the left leg or the front of the left shin, whatever is accessible. And keeping the right toes flexed, let's push the right knee away. 3 more breaths. And on your next inhale, right leg extends up, left leg extends and hovers off the mat. Let's lift the forehead to the right knee and arms reach out towards the left foot. For 5, for 3, and keep pulling that right leg towards your face, 2, and 1. Come back, knees into the chest. Cross your left ankle over the right knee, and let's interlace the hands around the right shin or back of the right thigh. Flexing the left toes. If it feels good, you can add little circles in your ankles. On your next inhale, let's extend left leg up, right leg hovers, lift the chest. Try to glue your forehead to your left knee for 5, 4, squeezing navel in, 3, 2, and 1. Come back, knees into the chest, both legs reach up, either one leg at a time or both legs. Let's lower the legs almost all the way down. And then inhale, lift them back up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. For 3. And if you want to make it harder, arms can always reach over the head. 2, make sure you keep your middle back grounded. Last one. And come back through center, knees into the chest. Let's rock back and forth. And we're just going to make our way into tabletop. Stacking shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Let's start to warm up the wrists. Let's turn the fingers out to the sides. This time, let's glue the heels of the hands together. So just to show you what that looks like. And then you can start to move side to side. Maybe adding circles over the wrists. And switching directions if you're moving in circles. And then let's come back through center. Fingers point towards the knees. Let's start to rock back and forth. And then come back through center. Turn your palms up. Fingers point towards the knees. Either stay there. Try to keep your arms nice and straight, pointing the eyes of the elbows forwards. If you want to go deeper, you can lean back slightly. And then let's shake it out. Sit on the heels. Inhale, reach the arms above the head. Exhale, hands to the heart space, interlace all 10 fingers, and then let's press the palms away, reach the arms up, and lift the hips off the heels. And breathing out, let's side bend to the right. And then inhale, come back up through center. Exhale, side bend to the left. And breathing in, come back up through center. Let's interlace the hands at the lower back. Inhale, open up the heart. And then slowly release the bind of the hands. Let's sit on the heels. Start to lean back, lift the knees, and drop the heels. And we'll move between those two. So now lift the heels, drop the knees. And lift the knees, drop the heels. 3 more times, alternating, trying to go as controlled as possible. Tuning into your breath, remembering that the breath is your anchor throughout this whole sequence. Next time you land on your heels, pause here, halfway lift, inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, fold forward, grab opposite hand to opposite elbow, and just start to sway the upper body side to side. Maybe shaking out the head or bouncing the chest up and down, whatever movement feels good. And then let's release the hands. Deep breath in, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward, finding a little more length. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Let's walk the hands all the way up to the top of the mat. High plank. Now with or without the help of the knees, let's lower for a count of 5 all the way down to the mat for 5. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, release. 2 more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Also lift your hands. Exhale, lower. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Send the hips back and up. It's your first one, so feel free to move around a little bit. Just getting rid of any tightness in the side body by moving the hips side to side or shaking out the head, whatever feels good. Again, this is your practice. And we'll just take 3 rounds of sun salutations, Surya Namaskar A, just to warm up a little more. So take a deep breath in, come high on the toes, bend the knees, look forward, step or float, top of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. High mountain, rise up. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Plant the hands, step or jump back. Chaturanga, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, come high on the toes, bend the knees, look forward, step or float. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. High mountain rise. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, breathe in. Plant the hands, step or float back through your vinyasa. One breath, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, come high on the toes, bend the knees, step or float, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. High mountain rise. Exhale, hands to the heart space. Let's lift the right knee into the chest. So finding a point of focus out in front of you. And then we're going to do what we call shrimp squats. So let's start by just dropping the top of the right toe behind you. And then not really putting any weight in it, just using it to balance as you bring the right knee down. And then come up, knee into the chest. So right foot finds the floor behind you. Bring the right knee down, keeping all the weight in your left foot, knee into the chest. We're doing it 3 more times. If you want, you can try without bringing that right knee down. You might need to lean forward a little more and then come back up. 2 more times. And last one. And let's cross the right ankle over the left knee, figure 4. As you breathe in, chair pose, release the right foot, inhale. Now we're going to rock 5 times, so rocking all the way back, and then coming back to chair pose with or without the help of the hands. For 4. And just building up some heat. 3. Remember, if you ever need more warm-ups before the classes, feel free to take some time. I know these YouTube classes can be quite short, so you might need a little extra. I think we have 1 more to go. And then let's straighten the legs. Exhale, hands to the heart space. Left knee into the chest. Start to lean forward. Left foot can just find the floor for balance. Bring the left knee down and then stand up tall for 5. 4. Try not to bring any weight in the left foot. Maybe try without the left foot to the floor. For 3. 2. And really lean forward. It makes it a little easier. And 1. Figure 4. And then breathing in, chair pose. And this time exhale, airplane chair. And then let's drop the hips to the heels, hands in front of you for crow pose. Since we are going to do some arm balances afterwards, crow pose is a good little warm up. Let's hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step or jump back, chaturanga. And back to downward facing dog. Deep breath in and out. On your next inhale, let's come high on the toes. Bend the knees, look forward. Let's try to hop to the top of the mat. Halfway lift as you breathe in. Exhale to fold. High mountain rise up. Exhale, hands to the heart space. First round of our mandala flow. So we'll start with the right leg, right knee into the chest. Shrimp squat. Right knee touches the floor behind you. Now from here, half moon. Let's open up to the side. And hold for 5. We're going to hold all the poses the first round, and then we will flow through them 1 breath to movement. So take this first round to really get familiar with the sequence, to really feel every single shape. Now from here, slow motion, prayer squat. Goddess squat, prayer squat. And we'll just hold, maybe shifting the weight from one foot to the other for 5. 4, you can release the hands, just getting into it. And on your next inhale, star pose as you breathe in. Exhale, squat again, hands to the back of the head. And then we're going to bring the right knee to the right elbow. As you breathe in, let's open up the arms. And then we're going to turn left toes in, side angle pose. All right, if you want to readjust your left arm, you can. And we hold here 5 breaths. And keep opening up your left shoulder, finding length through the whole left side body. All right, now left arm reaches up. Right hand plants on the outside of the right foot. And we're going to try to lift the right foot off the mat. So like a side plank. All right, now let's slowly extend the right leg out, fallen star, and hold. And now from here, tricky transition, left foot is going to step to the top of the mat, so over the right leg. Lean your weight into the right hand, bring your left knee into your left shoulder, and then left foot steps to the top of the mat. Left hand finds the floor. Half moon, right arm and right leg reach up. And hold. And now very slow motion, prayer squat. And inhale, star pose. We're not going to hold the squat a second time. In star, try to make yourself as tall and as expansive as possible. Maybe even look up. It's your yes pose. Yes to the universe. Yes to all the amazing experiences and opportunities life has to offer. You're inviting it all in. Now we're going to circle left arm by the left hip, crescent lunge facing the top of the mat. And hold. You can sink down deep. And on your next exhale, airplane pose. And now breathing in, left knee into the chest. Figure 4. Since we've been here before, maybe this time connect your elbows to your shins. Maybe touch the floor with the fingertips. Let's hold. And keep lengthening your spine. Keep bending the right knee, sinking down. And on your next inhale, come back up. Let's kick the left leg out. Exhale, standing splits. And then let's step back, chaturanga. And one breath here. Next inhale, come high on the toes. And bend the knees, look forward, step or float. Halfway lift. Exhale to fold. High mountain rise. Exhale, hands to the heart space. So one more slow round. Full circle on the left side. Bring your left knee into the chest. Shrimp squat. Inhale into half moon immediately. And hold for 5. Expand. Try to find the length through your left arm, left leg. And notice if you're uncomfortable staying in shapes longer. Sometimes if you're used to a lot of flow, staying longer in a certain position can make the mind wander, or we feel like we need to get out. Try to explore those feelings. Where are they coming from? Slow motion, let's come into goddess squat. Just to give us something to do, let's lift the right heel and then lower. Lift the left heel, lower, right, lower, left, lower. Lift both heels and hold. Sink down for 3, 2, and 1. Release. Inhale, star. Exhale, squat down again. Left elbow to left knee. Open up the arms. Turn your right toes in, side angle pose for 5. Each inhale finds more length through the right arm, reaching through the fingertips. Keep peeling your right shoulder open. Now right arm reaches straight up to the sky. Plant your left hand on the outside of the left foot. Lift the left foot off the mat. Maybe try to glue your left knee to your left elbow. And then let's extend, fall, and star. Let's just do 3 deep breaths here. Now look towards the top of the mat. Right foot steps over the left leg. Immediately into half moon. Right hand finds the floor. Left arm and left leg reach up. And we're back here. A very slow motion. Let's come into prayer squat. Inhale, star pose. Hold for 3. Make yourself really tall. Take up space. Enough of making ourselves small. 2. And then circling right arm by the right hip. Crescent lunge facing the top of your mat. Let's hold. And finding a nice stretch in the front of the right hip. Maybe sinking down a little deeper. As you breathe out, airplane pose. And breathing in, let's come up, right knee into the chest. Exhale, figure 4, sinking down. Maybe connecting elbows to the shins. Fingertips find the floor. And as you breathe in, stand up tall. Kick the right leg out. Standing splits. Swoop the hands down, right leg reaches up high. Exhale, step back, high plank, chaturanga. Deep breath in and out. Let's take an extra chaturanga, come into high plank. Exhale, lower. Upward facing dog as you breathe in. Downward facing dog as you breathe out. Now we'll flow. Inhale, come high on the toes. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or float. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. High mountain rise. Exhale, hands to the heart space. Remember to go at the rhythm of your own breath. So if you're a little slower, a little faster than me, that's fine. Right knee into the chest as you breathe in. Exhale, shrimp squat. Inhale into half moon. Breathe in. Breathe out, slow motion, prayer squat. This time 5 times into star. Inhale for 5, 4, and breathe in, reach up. 3, exhale, sit down. Last one. And into squat, hands at the back of the head. Right elbow touches the right knee, and then left elbow touches the left knee. Again, right elbow to right knee. Left elbow, left knee. Right elbow, right knee, pause. Open up the arms, side angle pose. Breathe in. Slowly plant your right hand. Make sure you have a good foundation. Lift the right foot off the mat. Kick the right leg out, fallen star. Left foot steps to the top of the mat. Half moon as you breathe in. Open right arm lifts up to the sky. Right leg extends. Exhale, slow motion. Squat. Inhale, star. Left arm circles by the left hip. Crescent lunge. Breathe in. Exhale, airplane pose. Inhale, left knee into the chest. Exhale, figure four. Option to plant your hands. Bend the right knee, lifting the right heel so that you can keep 3 points of contact to the floor. Look forward, bring the weight into the fingertips. Maybe tuck your right heel into the glutes. For 3, 2, 1, step or jump back. Chaturanga, coming out whatever way feels comfortable. Back to downward facing dog. Deep breath in and out. Don't worry, we're going to have another opportunity to go there. To go in our flying pigeon, Inhale, come high on the toes. Bend the knees, look forward, step or float, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. High mountain rise. Exhale, hands to the heart space. Now full circle, left side, left knee into the chest, breathe in. Exhale, shrimp squat. Half moon, inhale. Slow motion, prayer squat. Now hands and elbows will touch together. Breathing in, let's open up the heart. Breathing out, little ball for 5. Inhale, open. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, arms reach up. You can straighten the legs, 1 breath. Exhale, rebend the knees, left elbow to left knee, right elbow to right knee. Left elbow, left knee, right elbow, right knee. Left elbow, left knee, side angle pose, inhale. As you breathe out, let's plant the left foot and then lift your left foot out, plant the left hand, lift your left foot, then let's extend the left leg, fallen star. At your own pace, right foot steps to the top of the mat. Right hand touches the floor, left arm, left leg, reach up, half moon. Slow motion, squat. Inhale, star. Right arm circles by the right hip, crescent lunge, breathe in. Exhale, half airplane pose. Stand up tall, right knee into the chest. Exhale, figure 4. Elbows connect to the shin. If it's accessible, bring the hands down to the mat. Lean forward, lift your left heel. You might have to shuffle around a little bit. And then try to bring the weight into your fingertips. Maybe left heel lifts off the mat for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step or jump back. Come out however you want through your vinyasa. Back to downward facing dog. Deep breath in and release. Let's walk the hands all the way back to the feet. And let's slide the hands underneath the feet so the palms of the hands are connected to the soles of the feet. Maybe wiggling the toes in your wrist creases. And take a deep breath in. Exhale, either bending the elbows out to the sides or towards your shins if you want a deeper wrist stretch. On your next inhale, let's slide one hand at a time out from underneath the feet. And deep breath in, halfway lift. Right hand can plant, maybe the fingertips plant. Bend the right knee, left arm reaches up to the sky, twist. Either staying here or bending that left elbow behind the back, maybe holding on to the inner right thigh. All right, and then inhaling, left arm reaches up, exhaling, switch sides. So right arm reaches up to the sky, maybe bend it behind your back. And then inhale, right arm reaches up. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Walk the hands forward, maybe through a vinyasa or straight back to downward facing dog. You decide. And the most important is tuning in and listening to how you feel today. Pushing yourself when it's okay to push yourself, but always knowing where your limits are and never pushing yourself too much beyond. You don't want to injure yourself, basically. You do want to go outside of your limits, but not all the time. Make sure not every session is pushing yourself until you cannot do anything anymore. Basically, what I'm trying to say is just be in tune with your body and with your mind. All right, let's take a deep breath in, come high on the toes. Exhale, bend the knees, step or jump, halfway lift. And fold forward. High mountain, rise up. Exhale, hands to the heart space. Last opportunity for an arm balance. So let's come back into our figure four. Right ankle crosses over the left knee. We're going to set up for flying pigeon. Elbows come onto the shins. Bring your hands down. Make sure it's not too close, otherwise you won't have enough space to lean forward. So bring the hands quite far in front of you. You have to bend the left knee a lot and then lean in, so lifting that left heel. Okay. Now from here, from our little pigeon pose, if your left foot is in the air, you can maybe try to bring your left foot your left knee over your right foot, transitioning into crow pose. Make sure you put it over the right foot. And then let's release Malasana. So it's a little fun one to do. You just need to stay very focused, finding a point of focus in front of you. And don't worry if you don't get it the first time. It takes practice. All right, shaking out the wrists. And then we will go through that again. So let's just stand up from here, leading with the arms. A little side bend to the right as you breathe out. Inhale, center, and a little side bend to the left. Inhale, center, bring the hands to the heart space, and heel toe the feet together. Left knee, maybe it'll come a little bit more in the middle of the mat. Left knee into the chest. Figure four, sink down. Elbows connect to your left shin. Bend your right knee, plant the hands, lean forward. Lift the right knee if that's accessible. And then maybe, so really hooking that left foot so it doesn't move, bring your right knee over the left foot. And once that's stable, then you can disconnect your left foot. And then release. Malasana. So the leg that's in the pigeon, the one that has the toe flexed, really important to keep that toe flexed so that you can place the right knee over it. Once it's stable, then you can release it. Maybe re-watch that part. It's better to see it than me trying to explain. But I hope that made sense, and a fun little challenge for you to try at home. If you're scared of falling forward, you can always have either a block underneath your forehead so that you literally have a third point of contact with the ground, or just a bunch of pillows so that if you fall on pillows. And remember to use your fingertips. All right, let's slowly come down onto the mat, hands just behind your hips, fingers point towards the feet. Feet are hip-width distance apart for reverse tabletop. Pressing into the heels, let's lift. If it feels good, you can rock back and forth. And make sure you're opening up the heart, so squeezing shoulder blades together, squeezing the glutes. Slowly, let's release. Extend the arms forward, one vertebra at a time. Let's come all the way down to the mat. Knees into the chest. And you can rock side to side. And let's give those legs a little bit of a stretch. Happy baby, peace fingers can wrap around the big toes. Let's bend the knees and just start by keeping the knees bent, rocking from one side to the other just to loosen up the hips, to massage your back, getting rid of any tension in the lower back. And then if it feels nice, you can stretch out your legs, maybe one leg at a time, and maybe both legs together. Just keeping your eyes closed, tuning into what feels good in your body. So not necessarily doing the same thing that I'm doing, because it might not feel good for you. And let's bring the knees back into the chest. And then let's just hold the right knee in, extend your left leg. And we're going to twist. You can either keep this right knee bent. I really feel like a T-bend stretch, so I'm going to straighten the right leg. Left hand holds the outer blade of the right foot. Can either do that here or when you're in the twist. Right arm reaches out to the right. And if you took the bind and you realize that it's a little too much for now, you can always undo it. Slowly, let's come back through center. You can rebend that right knee, bring both knees into the chest, and let's switch sides. So whatever you did on the other side, do the same thing here. Let's come back through center, hugging the knees into the chest. Let's take a deep breath in, forehead to the knees. Hold and squeeze for 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, let it go. Savasana. Take a deep breath in through the nose, and exhale through the mouth, let it go. And one more deep inhale. And exhale to let it go. And lying down and observing any after effects of the practice that come up. Noticing maybe tingling or buzzing sensations in the legs or in the fingertips. Signs that your body is alive. Every cell of your body is communicating, buzzing. And beneath the surface of your skin, it's constant movement. No sensation ever stays the same. It all flows and changes in intensity and in location. So as you lie here, try to capture this moment now and how it feels to be alive in it, knowing that you will never get this exact same moment again, which makes it pretty special. Slowly start making your way out of Savasana, or stay there if you need a few more minutes on your back. And I hope that whatever you go on to do today, that you have an absolutely wonderful day, that you manage to keep some of this self-awareness and openness with you as you go into the rest of your day and even the rest of your week. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Count how many times I've said day. And I will see you in the next class. Thank you so much for flowing with me. And don't forget to subscribe and let me know what you think of the class. It always means so much and it really, really supports my channel. Thank you. Goodbye.